Hey guys, how's it going? It's the 7th of October. Today I've got quite an interesting video, for me anyway, for my standards. So I've got two figs that have ripened up for me. They're both the same variety, however one of the trees is outside and one of the trees is in the greenhouse. They're the first figs of each tree this year, which doesn't quite make sense because you would expect that the one in the greenhouse would be ripening up figs a lot earlier. I think it's due to the pruning, and maybe I need to root prune the tree as well in the greenhouse because it's 3 weeks later than it was last year. Luckily we've had a little bit of a mild period right now, so it's about 17 degrees with a bit of sun. So yeah, anyway, let's pick them. By the way, I forgot to even mention the variety is Verdino del Nord. So there's this very unusual shaped one, which obviously had some kind of problem in development, but it's nice and soft, although I don't think it wants to come off. So it's probably not 100% ready, but I really wanted to compare the two side by side. It's in the greenhouse here. My Verdino del Nord is at the back. This is the first fig it's ripened up for me. It started to split a bit, so I do need to pick it. That one looks like it's going to be more ripe. So this had been one of my favourite varieties, but due to the lateness this year, it's kind of made me feel a little bit disappointed because, yeah, I thought it would be not an early fig, but like a, kind of early to mid-September kind of fig in the greenhouse. But yeah, anyway, let's compare these two figs, and also I've got a few other figs that are just starting to ripen up now, so yeah, let's go and do that. Okay, so here are the figs. You can see this one, bit of a bizarre shape. There was a little bit of sap at the eye. It's the stalk, the stem. I always say that. Yeah, this has been weirdly shaped from day one, but it is starting to soften. I could have left it another couple of days maybe, but I wanted to pick it alongside the greenhouse ripened one. So I'm going to cut these guys open. We'll just have a little look, see what kind of thing we got going on inside. Oh wow, okay, so that one really isn't developed properly. I might cut it into a quarter just to see what's going on. Oh, okay, so that's outside ripened. Not ideal. Let's just cut the greenhouse ripened one out, but yeah, I'll get into that in a minute. There we go, that's what we want to see. That's what we want to see. Really nice. Really nice and jammy. Yeah, so I don't know, to be honest, if I want to try this one because there's a lot of sap still on it. Let me try and cut it so obviously this just didn't develop properly, but I think I had some outside Verdino del Nords about this time last year, so I know the tree can produce them. I'll give it a quick taste. Yeah, it's tasty. It's berry flavour, kind of moderately sweet. Not quite there though. It probably needed a few more days, and then even then you can see it's just sort of developed quite strangely. So anyway, let's have a little look at the greenhouse ripened Verdino del Nord. There is a little bit of sap around the edge, so it could have done with slightly longer, but it was starting to split. That's delicious. Really nice and sweet, quite thick, which is what I liked. Really nice and sweet, berry flavour. I might have the other half as well, actually, to be honest. Yeah, that's a delicious fig. It wouldn't be worth keeping it though. Well, I mean, it's worth keeping it, but if it were to ripen figs this late every year, then I probably wouldn't bother keeping this guy in the greenhouse. But I know that these can ripen a lot earlier, so next year is going to be the year I'm going to get a really good crop of these, because they're a super tasty fig. Really sweet, nice berry flavour. Unfortunately that just didn't ripen properly, didn't develop properly. But anyway, there we go guys, there's a little tasting to Verdino del Nord. One thing I should point out is the fact that we had an outside ripened fig from my outside tree at the same time as I've had the first greenhouse ripened one. It does suggest that yeah, these can ripen a lot earlier, because imagine if this tree was in the greenhouse, then that fig would have ripened a lot earlier. So I know that it's just something about the pruning this year. We did have a bit of a late frost. I let too many side branches grow, which they're too thin, spindly to hold any fruit. I've still got a couple figs left on there. So yeah, hopefully I can fix that next year and get a really good crop off of them, because it's such a lovely one. Such a delicious fig that it's, yeah, definitely one I want to try and produce a lot of. But anyway, there we go guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll speak to you very soon.